Hello, people. Yes, I know I'm late by 4 minutes. I'm always late on Thursdays. Isn't that weird? So, the public service announcement for the beginning is I am not going to talk about SA at all because I was trying to listen to a couple of people talk about it. And you know what? It just depresses the hell out of me and I wonder why. So, back to the club. Hopefully, one of my security guards will show up. That'd be nice. Unless we're not speaking to each other yet. So, let's just, they know my car. They now know my car. They have to know my car. Because there were no shades and a window and I drive by. So I have to start taking the other way in, I guess. Unless there's some program that sticks out in what my car is, which is possible. Hello, Fuzz. How are you? Let's see. Yes, welcome to Fantasy Island. God, I almost sounded like my bio dad there for a second. He had an accent I didn't know about. So, I was seeing somebody who was having a problem with being the other defendant. And I was like, oh, hey, I'm the other protester. Only thing that bothered me was my pride. And I got over it. That was funny right there. Excuse me. I just took my cough drop. I was trying to find it. I keep changing purses all the time. So I'm one of those people. And I don't get to keep the same purse because I keep changing my other ones around. Trying to find the one I like for the summer and protesting. And this one's not it. Because this one keeps turning upside down. Damn Swedish foxes. So, oh yeah, if you want to see. That's what it looks like today. It's purple with rainbow in it. And I put in one of my evil eye barrettes because, you know, you should be scared by me every time you see me because I'm the devil. You know, fingers and bouncy heads. Even though the only thing I ever see on my head are cat ears. It's okay. Hey, we can go with that. Let's see how fast it gets and make them turn up the music today. You know, you don't have to be in there. You can come out and find out what your credit is because you have no credit right now. It's zero. It can't be negative because that's impossible. But it definitely is zero because your organization has gone out of their way to take as many credit cards they can out in your name and up every single limit before they destroyed your whole credit. So if you get a hold of the credit people or if you run a credit report on yourself and find out who you owe what, when, and where, you can find out if you can fix it. It'll be ugly for a couple of years, but it's fixable. You just get a hold of the credit agencies or the credit cards, depending on how much is there, and you go negotiate a payback for it. So you'll be paying minuscule amount on the dollar because they just want their money back because it costs too much actually to spend all this time getting a hold of you than it does just getting money back. So if you do that, you fix your credit and you can get out of there. So it's not like they say that, well, we ruined your credit so now you can't do anything. Bull. Anybody can do anything. 20 years ago, yeah, it would have been harder. But now the whole world runs on the internet. So it's not like even money gets inconvenient to some people now, okay? Some people want you paying straight up with your ATM if nothing else. So it doesn't make any sense that you ruin something that can't be necessarily ruined because you're going to need it when you come out into the real world. So you just need to get a hold of your credit people, get your FICO, just work with your bank if you have a bank, or you can find out if you have a bank, because that's possible too, because who knows where the money's being parked nowadays. So, and if you do have a bank account and have money on it, run. Hell, they're going to charge you for it anyway. So then you can start working your way out here. Go to the main library, get on a browser. Make sure you're not wearing anything that you wear here. and go to the main library and go to their computer and then run the things on the web browser and find out where you owe, what you owe, stuff like that. And when you leave the library, go into the settings and hit clear browser. It'll take all the information out. Don't forget to do that when you leave. Don't even take the purse that you wear here. Let's say you have another purse that you should make a set of clothes that you do not wear here, period. And go through the hems of this outfit that you're never going to wear here. So that way they won't be able to air tag you or put a God knows what on you nowadays, because chips are, you can put a chip on a piece of tape and put it in someone's shoe now without them knowing. Chips are dinky, dinky, dinky nowadays. And I'm sure a GPS chip doesn't need a lot of room for information on it. So just make sure you get a whole set of everything that they'd never find. Hide it somewhere, put a slit in your mattress and put it in there so you can take it and go do things that you need to do to get out of this organization. That is my freaks. That is my helpful hint for today. How about that? Hello, sitting. Yeah, the idea for the AirTag thing came from one of the people who got arrested. They came back and found like AirTags on their car. And then last weekend I saw something that was, I don't know, like a health monitor or something, but it was on a piece of tape, a little bitty microchip, and you could just like, it would get a hold of things on your body. And it's possible, I know. I did work for a microchip company back in the day. One of the people who actually made the chip smaller and was able to reproduce, sort of like before Intel, and owned by a crazy man from Berkeley. You'd be surprised how many tech companies were owned by a crazy man in Berkeley. So, but yeah, I got to see all the fun stuff. It was neat. And the chips then weren't even very big, but now they're really small. So, you know, having that chip in your head, so what? I have one. Big deal. What are they going to find out about me? My dad put it there when I was 13. And he's got his when we all went to Angels Camp one year. Wait, no. Angels Camp, Jackson, Green, something around there. I keep forgetting because we had a friend who lived up there. Anyway. So, oh, they haven't taken it down. Do you think they've seen it yet? Does look like a 12-year-old did it, but hey, maybe they think you can't. Oh, I can't wait till they call the police on me so I could just sit there, wet my finger, and wipe it off. It's chalk, guys. It's not a Sharpie. Well, technically it is a Sharpie, but it's a Sharpie chalk pen. So if you do decide to call the police on me, they're going to be really darn pissed. Because to have them, you call them on me for chalk, they're not going to be amused. So I gave them the warning because, you know, because I wasn't here yesterday, you know, they're dying. They were dying to call the cops on me. And now they can't because I'll just go lick and rub and go, see? So think about it. They kept it on there for 2 days. Not to delete your cookies. Why are they deleting? See, you just pulled that out of nowhere and I don't know what the heck you're talking about. He does this to me all the time. I think he banks on that brain fog. So, but yeah, where's my bartender? I need him and Papa Cat to throw bad dad jokes at us. Hi, Vegas. So, yeah. I bet you $1 million they're going that a cop will show up today. Well, a cop will drive by, roll down his window, and it goes out a Sharpie. I'll go, yeah, a Sharpie chalk. And I'll show him, so I have it with me. And then he'll just, fine. Do you have anything to clean it with? No. I don't carry anything to clean it with. And he'll go, okay. And I'll say, well, there are no bathrooms you're allowed to go in here unless you buy something. I'm not buying anything until, 3 o'clock. That's why I said, I can't wait to see my cop on 4th of July. I hope he knows, because he's just going to give me a ration of poo for it. He really is. Oh, look at the advertisement for the Academy of Sciences. Ooh, it's a big old kitty. We have mountain lions here, so look at the big old kitty. That's cool. Sorry, got distracted. Back to Scientology. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. It's after 5 minutes, I can say it, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm actually starting to want them more. You'll get cooties if you walk in there. Cooties! It's a tall one. She must have ate everybody else's food back then. Or she got in late, so she got to be tall. Yeah, the lifers, because they're malnourished, are shorter. So it's not necessarily a slam at them. It's a, look what you did to these people, and then you make them stick out by not feeding them correctly. So, yeah, if anybody's in there and wants to get out, when you get out, you can eat the right food the right way. And, you know, take care of your body. After your development years, you won't die because of malnourishment or bad feeding or bad vitamins. It's like, what the hell is wrong with these people? The niacin thing. Oh my God. I'm still under the impression that the people with money and the officers don't take it, because none of them limp. The lady who came in here had gray hair, salt and pepper hair. So, and she stood straight up, easily 6 foot. And she didn't limp. So, you know, you can get a job out here too. All you have to do is find a placement agency. They'll test you. They don't care if you graduated from high school. They don't care if you graduated from 9th grade. All they want to know is if you're good at what you do. If you're good at what you do, they'll place you somewhere because, you know, hey, everybody needs a person who can do what they want well. So find a placement agency, get your credit on board. You may even find a sympathetic landlord when you're looking at places, and, you know, more than 2 of you or 2 of you can get an apartment. And then you can exist on the outside and find out we're not all devils. Isn't that a little weird? How can we all be devils? How could we all be messed up? Aren't there just some of us who are born like you guys and so we don't need it? Is that possible? Anyway, so yeah, work on your credit. Get a job. Those are 2 relatively easy things, especially with what you guys have, the administrative skills you guys have, or even the lecturing skills. And let me think, the teaching skills you guys have. You can go to a placement agency and they'll even, if they even like you enough, they'll tell you to go to another agency and use them as a reference, and then they'll get money for taking you over there because it's a specialty agency. So it's like, it'll be easy for you guys to get a job. You've been doing what you're doing for a long time and you do it well. So that's what you might want to do too. When you don't wear the same outfit to the library, go look up placement agencies on the computer. Just remember to go into settings, go into clear history. Make sure you clear your history before you leave. Freaks. No, they're not. They don't put the boombox on when I'm saying things they want to know. The other days I wasn't saying anything they wanted to know, so they put the boombox on. I heard it when I was walking up, and then I thought they were going to turn it up, and they turned it down. So, oh gosh, I gotta read, right? I want to stay caught up today. Oh, okay. Let's see. When I was little, you got cootie spray from the island of Dr. Moreau. So, since we never knew where it was, we could never have cootie be gone. But a friend of mine came up with an idea yesterday. She bet me $1 million there is a bottle of Cootie Be Gone on Etsy. So I'm gonna go look for it, and so I could just sort of carry it, like, you know, it would probably be a little bitty bottle. I could just carry it around, put distilled water in it or something so it doesn't rot, and just, you know, spray in the general direction, or even spray like the building. So I've got the cooties from the outside of the building sort of thing, because I really just, cooties fits perfect. Yeah, See, it's just like Thetans. It's hard to remember. I kept forgetting the name. I really did. I kept forgetting Thetans. I wanted to call them Thetans. I wanted to call them, Teas. It just wouldn't sit in my head. But Cooties, it even got her head moved. The one that just went in. She even looked at me like, what? It's like Cooties. And maybe that'll just, sense memory them into their childhood and eventually say, what the hell am I doing here? There's at least one that I've read in the past 2 days on somebody's chat that said, no, you guys telling us, because everybody's saying, don't bother because it's not going to matter. Nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to leave. And one person said, no, it was what helped them leave. And I think even Natalie said it. She's heard it so much that maybe, What? I don't know, you forgot. Oh my God. That's all I have to say to you. So yeah, when I go home tonight, because I forgot last night, so I'll go tonight and see if I can just get a bottle with like Cootie Bee spray on it, or Cootie Bee Gone, or maybe even like email Pup Groomer and ask her if she can make me a label for, I have the size bottle. It's when you get it like Daiso, I think. I love Daiso. They have Hello Kitty things there. I brought my doctor a lunchbox. It's like a lunchbox closer. It's basically what it is. It's for books. So I use it for journals that don't close, that don't have self-way to close. So I brought her one yesterday. It's got Kitty's face and then it's a pink elastic ribbon. So she loves my Hello Kitty. So that's why I call her my Hello Kitty tattoo. That's why I call her Dr. Kitty. Everybody has got a nickname. We have a nickname for No Face, but I can't say it. So it's a private nickname. I told my friend, my friend was the hairdresser, and I told her yesterday what your nickname was, and she laughed. Totally inside joke. So, so yeah, it's like spreading the cheer, but by the time I got home, I'm beat again. I just wish it wasn't so psychologically like killing, but my doctor said I had to exercise. She didn't give me a weight restriction, so, but then I sort of messed her up because me all of a sudden popping into diabetes 2 with such a high number, she pokes and prods me and nothing hurts. And I guess it was supposed to hurt or supposed to feel bad or something, and I just wasn't doing it correctly. And she goes, let's take tests in 3 months. So she's less worried about it than I am. So it might have been just a thing. But I'm not telling you, No Face. You're never going to know for me. Papa Cat knows it. But see, it's a certain number of people who know it because the BFF doesn't know it. I tell her she doesn't understand. So just the people who worked in the scene will know, and you wouldn't, and it would take a long time to explain. So, but yeah, so the diabetic thing, she's iffy about because I'm supposed to hurt and I guess I'm not supposed to circulate well or something. It just didn't fit, and she just said, well, do what you think you're doing. Yes, desert dog. Imaginary space cooties. Maybe, but I need a sticker that says Cootie Be Gone. I don't know anybody who can write well. Oh my God, do you know what is coming up? It must be getting near August. The sewer stink. The pole is next to a sewer. And so leaning up against the pole, it's like, I can't do that because the sewers stink. Oh, and this is, what the hell is this? How's that for weird? I wonder if they put it here. So I was going to lean against it, but I guess I can. Yeah. Okay. All large cities' sewers stink at one time or another. So, but I want a bottle, even if I, like, even if the cops come by and tell me I can't spray water at them, I'll just use a bottle for invisible cootie spray. If anybody knows where the island of Dr. Moreau is, though, I would definitely go there. It sounds like it'd be fun. Nothing like having your parents look at you going, what? You know, they all knew what cooties were. Remember, my parents were older than most parents. My mother was a before boomer and my dad was a boomer. My stepdad. So, my mom, I don't think, would necessarily know what cooties were before my brothers. By me, she should know, because I was the third. And my dad just thinks it's hilarious because one of my aunts is 6 years older than me, so... See? Yes! Yes! Cootie shots! Yes, cootie shots, definitely. I bet you the ones younger than us did like Harry Potter cooties and threw them, or Spider-Man cooties, and threw them from their wrists. So, and that's the thing. This sewer should not be stinky today. It's not hot enough because I want to be on that side to watch people. Okay, let's see. Come on, ghost, the other door, please. Oh, the doors. Ooh, we've got something to do. And we kept forgetting to do it. Damn it. See if they lock that back door still. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, if you leave, the cooties will leave too. That was fun. I'm sure the person walking with him was like, cooties? You've got cooties now? I gotta check the door. We keep forgetting to make this stupid report. Tonight. I'll make him do it tonight. Period. I won't be distracted. I'll go straight home after this. He'll have to go to the grocery store. So we'll see what's up. La, 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 la. Let's see. Oh, what bad music are we playing at the disco tonight? Papa Cat. Ooh, look. It's still locked. Okay. Legit. Papa Cat. Have to do the report tonight. So, unless they welded it shut, then they'll have to learn how to cut it open. Isn't that nice? It can't be a door that doesn't work, because then that's a false exit. So, you know, welcome to the National Historic Society. I love knowing crap like that. Yes. No, the real fire marshal in San Francisco, oh my God. He's nuts. He loves it. Oh my God. He's like a pig in poo. He loves when a violation gets a violation. And I bet you $100. See, this was 12 years ago. I bet you $100. If he's retired, somebody else has taken his place who's just as nuts. Because it'll make them money. They have to, you know, they'll get fined, and they have to pay the fine. I think they even have to pay the fine after they fix it. And then they spend about 6 months coming by and checking to make sure it's not, you know, been redone. So every time it breaks, or every time they don't make the, every time they have it locked, they get in trouble for it. So, and it's not consistent. It's not every day at a certain time. Fire people around here are bonkers. I love them. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? You're not going to miss the fire marshal when he comes in and checks that back door that's supposed to be unlocked. And then he'll be back a lot. Oh my God, he's bonkers. So, you can either fix it or leave it alone. I'm reporting it tonight. For real. Like we did the other door. Yeah, we did it. Don't have to live in the city. You just have to see it. And I have it on video. Live video. That it didn't open. So, you might want to unlock that door. It'll make the wind go through the building a little bit more, but you don't want the fine. And he doesn't have a specific time period that he comes in, so you don't want the fine every single time he comes. So it would just be easier to open that door. And if it's been welded shut, you're going to have to weld it because it's a door. It looks like a door. It has to act like a door. So if you don't want to have to deal with this crap all the time, I think they're trying to show like video through a curtain. And if somebody's holding back that curtain, don't you think there's something called front focus? Oh, look at it. It's a ghost. The ghost wants me to see your TVs. I can't see your TVs. I'm focused on the wrought iron right in front of me. Try again. Your cooties are not advising you well. You do know that, right? I'm sorry. They don't like you either. Don't you wish you were somewhere else other than having to fight cooties all around you? That's what I call your Thetans, because I think Thetan sounds goofy. This isn't old Rome. This is modern America. And modern America says cooties. Or what does it say now? I'm sure they might say something else. I'm from the Gen X era. I know nobody knows what a Gen Xer is because we're invisible, but we said cooties. So, there's no way to let those cooties out. They don't want to come out. They want to just swirl around you guys because, you know, that's what I've heard you guys have. And when you go clear, you don't get rid of all the cooties. They stick. Maybe they're the ones who made Velcro. Maybe it wasn't 3M. You know, because industrial Velcro works really well on things. So maybe you have the equivalent of spiritual Velcro on you, and then the cooties come around and stick. So, because you never know, 3M might have a spiritual division, and then you got to suffer with cooties. Is anybody laughing at me? Because I'm laughing at myself. How do you deal with cooties? Do you have to deal with cooties on your way home? Do they just swirl around you saying we don't want to be called Thetans because that just sounds goofy and we want to be called cooties instead? You know, your real family misses you. Your chosen family misses you. Hell, the first person that was SP'd in your life was probably the most important person in your life. They do that on purpose. They make themselves make you completely devoted to them because they don't have time to have to deal with your SPs all the time. So it's just a matter of cost-cutting measures when they SP your friends and tell you you can't talk to them. That's all they care about is money. Didn't you know that by now? Haven't you figured it out? Don't you know it costs $250,000 to become an OTA? And that just depends on what you can spend because the big guy, the big smoker, said that it's not fundraising. He doesn't do fundraising. So the little guys, instead of the real fundraising, which is the flyering out front, gets people in there. And you obviously don't teach well because a lot of people don't understand what the heck is going on. I've got a person on the other side of the gate. You okay? And it's what you can afford. So you're not paying the same amount as the person next to you because the person next to you might have more cash or less cash to spend. So it is very much into the what you can afford. I'm sure they have a price breakdown for every single monetary class you could be in because Lord knows that classism is a very big deal in Scientology. Yes. Okay, cool. I did not watch last night's. We got distracted. Go figure. We got distracted by From Earth to the Moon. We came across it by accident. So I missed my 70-inch soda. Let me see. What am I reading? Circle, circle, dot, dot. I got my cootie shot. Yes. Let's see. It's very strange that your ghost pulls back the curtain. That's interesting. Because you know that if you believe in any of this, you believe in spirituality. And if you believe in spirituality, then you believe that ghosts are inhabiting that building. because it's from early banking. So someone has had to unalive themselves in there at least once. Banking did not take any prisoners, especially back then. So the ghosts are helping you, listen to me, talk about getting out of there, because that's what you should be doing. This place is not healthy for you. I'm sorry. You know, you can't just leave it forever. You're not getting anything out of it. You know, they give you cooties. He had to adjust his jacket when I said cooties. I love it. And he's a cool guy. I bet you $1 million he has a motorcycle. He's older too. And no, that's not an ageist thing. It's just that with age comes bad peripheral vision. And in my opinion, unless you've been riding a motorcycle your whole freaking life half the time, oh, I'm sorry. You know, you can leave anytime you want. It's the one that doesn't talk to me. It's only cooties. It goes away. It's nice that you came out the front, though. Must mean that my website's up. If I find the flyers around my house, I'm going to turn you guys into my police. The ones in my city. So don't do that. The website can be taken care of. It can be taken down. I know people that can do it better than you can. Trust me. So don't make yourself known around my neighborhood. I will call that stalking, and I will get away with it. Yes, you lose cool points for having cooties. I swear to God, I've aged him though. He was really cute when I first started coming out here like 5 months ago. And now he just looks like, maybe he's taking bad vitamins. It's possible. His face looks fluffy. It's like, ew. What did I see that was cute in you? Oh well. So, it's nice that you guys are coming out front. What, you didn't see me? But am I supposed to shy away from you now that I had, I guess probably the org guy like stare me down and said I was stalking before I called him a racist? Neener. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here like, excuse me while I lick myself. Yeah, the cat thing. I'm going to clean my face now. I win. So, well, you know, both of those doors work, and they're supposed to. The back door still has to be open, guys, because it looks like a door. If you made it look like a wall, it wouldn't have to be open. But you'd have to do that from the inside and the outside, and then you'd have to get permission from the Historical Society to do that. So, because since we're in salt air, it could rot, or mold, or get turned into little cooties. No, what is it? I don't know. That stuff, that green stuff on it, because I think it's copper or bronze. So you better just unlock it, because that'll just be easier. No veiled threats, just telling you how it is. And since I was born and raised in the Bay Area, I know how things work around here. When you're old, it starts just going into your brain and staying there. Maybe that's why old people are cranky, because we know too much. Good, I've got you guys on Cooties. That's where it needs to be. So I'll check it before I leave and see what happens. So the one guy, holy crap. This is not a slight. It's slightly bigoted, but it's not a slight. But tall white guys all look alike to me if they're skinny, and all these guys are skinny. It's like they don't eat right. You can tell. That might have been the guy that approached me. If he comes back, I'll go, sorry, dear. I don't remember your faces after a couple of days. I've got other things to remember. So that's possible. He could be the one I screamed racist at. He was only giving flyers to brown people. Oh, why not? See, Fuzz, you should change your bingo card every day. No, he was literally giving the tickets, you know, those things, which are not recyclable because they have a plastic coating on them. We found that out when we were making flyers for clubs, that they were not recyclable. So he's doing the bad ones anyway. He's the one who got into my face, but he also was only handing them to brown people. And since it shows that all I needed to do is go back in the sun, you can see my farmer tan, or my protester tan, that I am brown underneath all of this. Pueblo and Inuit, those DNA things are getting more and more specific. Spanish, Portuguese, and Basque. Basque is just fun to say. But yeah, no, that one got on my nerves, that he was only giving them to people that were brown, or people that were in a brown group. And I'm just like, no. So when he got into my face, a block further down than the Pantone thing, I just said, no, you're a racist, and went off on it. Jamie Kennedy Lego version? God, I wish we could play things like that without getting copyrighted, because I would love to hear that. It's like, sometimes YouTube's a pain in the butt. And yes, I do go on Reddit, but I go on Reddit for other things. What was I on Reddit for the other day? Well, the crochet people, those are fun. I think lace makers. It was all my craft stuff before I found you guys. Yeah, my Patreon is, I don't think any of you guys are on my Patreon. I think it's all craft people. So, I might have ASL or Natalie or someone else. I think one of the higher powers, not said in a bad way, the higher powers, because they're the ones who got us, or ASL is the one who's got us together. Let's face it. MR is the one who really all got us together, but that was just out of spite. Someone has a Patreon that I have on them, but all the other ones are my craft people. The one who makes costumes for herself. I can't remember her name. She's awesome. But yeah, she's taken her agoraphobia and ran with it. She makes these beautiful costumes for herself, and then she has a friend take pictures of her. And then the other ones who do history and costume making. So, and in my luck, I find something that I can really do when it comes up to artistic endeavor, and me, I can stream figures. So, see, I need to go. Well, no, he is working today, so maybe if I said Cookie, he'd come back and you could tell him. Because he's probably got his headphones in and he's just keeping an ear out to see if I get, he probably, after 20, officially 22, unofficially I think 24. Yes, we were just sleeping together for 2 years. He knows the inflection in my voice, and I don't play with my voice on that. But if I say the word cookie, that might get his attention. So Jamie Kennedy? Why don't I not even know who Jamie Kennedy is? Oh my God. I had so much crap in my head because I was going to go see my doctor. She even said she was supposed to be aggressive, but she can't be. So, and yes, I gave her the book thing partially on purpose, partially not on purpose, because I wanted to give her something Hello Kitty. So, and I've had her for like 6 years now, 7 years. So, but I also gave her something to distract her. Don't you want to be with your friends? Don't you want to be on the beach roasting marshmallows in one of those pits we have on the beach that you can burn things in? Hell, you could even take meat. There's so many wonderful meat market counters around here that you could take something from frickin' Harris Ranch and go cook it down at the beach and, you know, meet people and talk. You know, it's not just deadheads at the beach anymore. Normal people do go to the beach now. It was always a lot of deadheads at one time. So, you know, to go be nice. And is it really hard to be nice to people? Can you talk to somebody without having a goal in mind of selling their soul to the little guy that wears lifts in his shoes? Do you always have to think like that? If you always have to think like that, you should think again, because that's not necessarily healthy. It's just not productive. I finally found a pair of sandals I thought were really cute, but I think they're like Skechers, but they had like black beads and lace on them. They were really cool. And now for something completely different. That's what I should name it. Oh, I forgot. Ah, it's our four name guy. Hi, four name guy. I got a club brain fog TikTok. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. That might have the real off the wall things I think about, because it's like I said, with everything that's been going on lately, this channel is just to giggle at me and me to giggle at them, and me to just say things that will get their attention. I do think though that my credit stuff may be out of date. I need to look that up when I get home. Somebody on some chat said something about credit scores, or not credit scores, but the process, and that's where I got. I just spit at my phone. That's where I got placement agencies from instead of temporary services. So it's probably a little out of date. Probably not enough to drive people bonkers or not be able to do things, but I would still like it to be a little bit more concise. So, and maybe on my TikTok, I'll just do stuff around the house and chase the girls or something. I still haven't unpacked my house after 3 years. Because it intimidates me. Let me just put it that way. My house intimidates me. It's 3 times the size of our condo, and it just intimidates me. It's fun being honest. Are you kidding? It's like I'm in the place I am in my life because I've just been damn lucky, and I'm very proud of it, and I want to help out other people when I can. So, yeah. Oh, I know I'm not making any sense again. Oh, and we're thinking about taking the ferry on Saturday. Because we can. I don't think I'll be able to on Sunday. We'll see how bad the parking is. Or even if we can get a parking space at Embarcadero, because I have to be in another city at 4 o'clock for a birthday. So it's like, I thought I was going to be able to put it together, but I'm time dysmorphic, and for some reason I got my timing down today. It was only 4 minutes late, which sort of makes me want to cheer sometimes. I was on time for my doctor's appointment. It was early for my hair appointment. It's like, that's weird. No, that's weird. I've done 3 in a row. So, no, 2 in a row, because I didn't make hair on time. But yeah, we can pretty much say that it's going to be 2 o'clock every day, except for Mondays. Mondays will be 6:30. That I can tell you straight up, because that's when Papa Cat can be there if nobody else can be there, because that's between dinner and club. So, hi Tsuki, how are you? Uh-oh. And supposedly there's a pyromaniac in Oakland. Oh my god. It's not nearly as bad as they say it is. I've driven through it a couple of times now, and it's like, they're so full of crap, it's ridiculous. It's not frickin' Detroit. But someone set a warehouse on fire yesterday. Oh my god. There's a legitimate pyro running around, and they haven't caught him. There was another one, but he was an educated pyro. He was from UC Berkeley. Oh, doggies, you're gonna keep an eye out, right? I tell everybody that you're keeping an eye out for me. I have learned other people's stories are sometimes more interesting than mine. It's just, hey, that's the way the world works. And since I'm the talker anyway, you know, it's like when I tell Papa Cat, because he didn't catch it, he's like, oh, really? I'm like, yes, I want a pumpkin. You'll get cooties! Poor guys. They're gonna get cooties, and the cooties aren't gonna leave. Do you see them, or did I put it down? See, I gotta see on Prism if there's, or DJI, if they can override each other and it could keep going where I'm pointing. Thank you, Tuki. I just was saying Tuki too. It reminds me of like anime. Yes, tell all the dogs we all said hi, especially the Huskies. I can't have one, but if you see like a miniature husky, because people don't know how to keep their dogs, and you go get cooties. It's bad for you. They'll brainwash you again and again. Because people, it only costs $5,000. Well, I don't like it after a year. I'm going to turn it in. It's not a freaking handbag person. So that's why I figured especially around your area. My area is the same, that one of these days, but I haven't started walking them yet. Trying to get a schedule around, and I'm also trying to get the energy for a schedule. I would say that if you ever get long COVID, it doesn't go away the day you think it does. A friend of mine got his 2 months before me, and he still has the major symptoms sticking out. I don't. I just get tired. Not super tired, just tired. So let's go over that credit again. Check your FICO score. Check to see if your mail's being addressed to you here, if it's not just being kept by Los Angeles, because that's actually a federal crime. So you might want to tell them to give it to you before they get in trouble. And then you go to the library, and at the library you go to the computers. You might have to wait and sign a paper so you can do that. Make sure you don't wear any of the clothes that you wear here, including your shoes, your socks, and your underwear, even your bra. Don't wear anything that you wear here. And then go over to the library, go to the terminal, look things up on the web browser that you need to know, like you can get a login for the post office. They're getting better at it. They might have stuff that's been being sent to you, but you can make a fake email and have them send what's being sent to you today. So they do that very well. And then you can find out if your stuff is really going to you or if it's going somewhere else. So if it's going somewhere else, you need to request in your organization to have them sent to you. And they might want to know that too, because if enough people don't get their real mail at their real address, it could be a federal crime. So what you do is you go to the library, you go to the web browser, you look up your name. And if you've got an alternate, you might want to pay for a paid credit card that you put money into. I think just a background name check, very simple, is like $30, $35. And you can find out what is known at the very top about you. This is not a deep dive. This is just something like your credit cards, your bank accounts, there's a house in your name, stuff like that. They really don't put real background checks in public because those are very hard to do, as I'm sure you know from some of your people there. But you can do the easy ones like the people search and do it that way. Find out what's going on. Use it as a tip of the iceberg and just contact the people that don't look familiar to you on that people search and find out what's going on. And you can like dig deeper and deeper and find out more what's going on with your life. And once you start getting that settled, you can start working your way out here. It's not that hard. It's very intimidating though. And once you put your foot in, it will get a lot easier. So give it a try. Might help. Freaks. Actually, I should do that to me. I haven't done that to me in a while. Go through the steps and find out what I should do for these people. Because I know it's a joke, because you know what? My brothers call me Beast. And I call my mother Beast. There are sort of other names we call each other. I mean, my brothers are 7 and 9 years older than me, okay? I was the mistake. And you should hear when we're heated. And unfortunately, my oldest brother is schizophrenic, so that looks like you'll get cooties, or you already have cooties. They'll give you more cooties because they're covered in cooties. Yep, that was straight in the door.
But will it be a smaller
I'm
truck?
sorry. Oh, I missed you guys. That sucks. Like, I won't be here every day anyway. I missed my golden opportunity. So yes, I have two older brothers. So you know what? You have not given me any nickname I haven't had before. And we're still not going to tell you your nickname. If I ever see you in real life, I'll tell you your nickname because it takes like a half an hour to explain it. I have a woman who's staring at me. I think she's Scientology. She walked behind me and now she's giving me the stare of death. I actually didn't bother or get out of the way because I thought that was a UPS hat. This is a San Diego Padres hat. Oh, I'm such a brat. I know, we can't have kitties. I promised my dad we wouldn't. Tuki means... Ah, okay. Oh, okay. I think you've told me that. Unfortunately, the brain. So, yeah. So you're cat meow. Cat moon. Moon cat. But yeah, they're still sitting there. If they're tourists, I can give them directions. If they're just making faces and being angry, then they may just be Scientologists. But that is the weirdest outfit for even a summer day in San Francisco. So maybe they're looking. Who are the Giants playing today? Does anybody know? Because the people who go to Pac Bell, I call it Pac Bell Park. I don't know what it's called this week. The Giants place, it's walkable from here, and people do get lost. You'll see on a day that everybody comes, there'll be tons of people in Giants outfits walking by. So, staring is rude. Especially when you've got, like, you can tell that, like, that, you know, that's a zombie stare when they just sort of look at you with their forehead dropped and their head down, and it's like, okay, what did I do? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm protesting. So, you know, that's the way it is, and life sucks. You know, you can leave anytime you want to. The ghosts want to help. They're the ones who keep opening the doors. So. I feel like somebody walks by. I think occasionally somebody walks by and sort of pushes the door closed, like they grab it in the back and they just yank it towards them because they are bronze or I want to say bronze, brass. This is iron. Those aren't because they're gold and they turn green, so it could be bronze. Considering when this was built, you know, total Gilded Age, so which is Edwardian in England, but. Even Edwardian had a little bit more class than we did. It was like, oh my god, it was like all these bankers won the lottery. Everything gilded. Oh yeah, which is really cool, because you know what? Whoever redid the ceiling here redid it correctly, because it was a bad job, but it was done with real gilding. So I don't know, maybe that ceiling has never fallen apart, which does make sense, because gilding does, you know, rot or come loose. So that's the one thing. It's like, oh my god, if they ever screw that up, I'll call banking industries and tell them, look what they did to your you know, legacy. Look what they did to your building. I bet you those financial bozos would probably love that. And then there is a gentleman doing exercises, which is very common around here, believe it or not, because of Chinatown. The older men love coming outside and doing Tai Chi, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if there are like Southeast Asian, Nepali, Indian people who do like a little bit of yoga. That definitely look like, you know, that's what they do in the morning, so maybe he's doing it for physical therapy. Okay, and why is it? See, Papa watches me instead of the Giant. We did not get into baseball this year. We got rid of our cable, and everything is so damn hard to do right now. we're such wusses. So they weren't playing San Diego. So it was her giving me the dirty looks. Where did she go? Because she went into Nico. That's the place of my my cookies, or his cookies. I got a brioche the other day, and it's like glazed on the outside. I'm surprised it didn't still show up. Oh no, I didn't take a test. I take a test next month. 2 months. So it's like sometimes I just can't be good. I don't want a Reese's though. Reese's one of my big things. So yeah, I don't know who any of the Giants are anymore. But it did suck when Willie Mays died, and my dad said we might have a Willie Mays baseball. You know, there's a Willie Mays outside of the stadium here in San Francisco. If we go to the game, I'll like show everybody. Or maybe even just do a TikTok and put it there or here. It just takes so long to upload. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were with your friends and or family or chosen family? There's a big shindig happening here this weekend for people who have their chosen families. And I hope you enjoy it and not be the really sick little monsters you are and like bolt everything up and pretend you don't exist, because these people exist too, and they're going to have a good time because it's San Francisco. You know, what that pink triangle is up on the hill, you know, that sort of thing. That'll be fun. If only I can get the sisters to come around here and just protest, that would be so cool. Maybe next year. Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are drag queens who have beards, who wear nuns' habits, and there used to be a couple that skated around. I haven't been in the scene so long. And somebody said that they actually throw glitter instead of like bombs. Their thing is glitter, and I would love them just around the front up here, just for, even two, just telling people, standing where, you know, I gotta talk, someone's got music playing. Standing where the pillars are and just like saying, hi, would you like to come in and see Scientology? Pride weekend. So the Pride Parade's on Sunday. And Saturday is always pretty busy too, because everybody's coming in. Actually, tomorrow should be a little busy, but that's okay because I'm not doing lunch with the Papa, so I can probably start heading in earlier and just have something here. Nico's got a very awesome pastrami sandwich that should still be there when I get there. Most of the bakeries around here and cafe type things have until they run out. So it's like I have gone across the street and I have not gotten his cookie before. So, and that's the support the neighborhood thing. So I go to Nico and then I go to Postscript too. That's the one right there. Let's see if I can. They're the ones with the $6 water. Nico's got the $4 cookie. So, but it's the promote and help the neighborhood. So we're not a hindrance. You know, in a weird way, it'd be neat to become an attraction. One of the tour guides used to say behind me, oh, you don't want to go in there, as he passed and somebody would ask. But I think they're volunteers, so I don't see them that much anymore. So things like that would help too. It's like if I become a tourist attraction. I wanted to be, you know, over here. And saying, hello, 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 hello. I just waved at the people in the big bus and then just pointed to the Scientology building and went, no. Yes, yes. And probably knowing Wiki, it's probably a good, entry. So yeah, I realized the other day that it has been at least 10 years since I've been in any one of those scenes. Hell, I used to, like I said, long time ago in a galaxy far away, I performed in drag. Yes, drag is not just women in men's clothes or men in women's clothes. It is people in clothes of a different kind. So I was in a Thai. We tried to make it look like a Thai dance costume, and my friend was doing One Night in Bangkok on the stage on Halloween. He was a famous drag queen, so that's how I got into the scene for a little while, until my husband said he didn't want me doing drag anymore because it was taking time away from him. I wish I had this husband. He would have no problem with it. So, but yes, they're a great group. They are also, they do fundraisers, they're into fundraising, but they make the whole scene out there. It makes people see the scene. And it is pretty fun to see nuns, really tall nuns in nun habits with beards and full makeup. That was always the one thing that got me. It was like those beards and full makeup. I'm waving at one of them right now, and she's looking. She's looking. I wonder if she's going to pass. Cooties! You'll get cooties! Oh my God, is that whole door locked? Oh, you have got to be kidding. That whole door better not be locked. That is tremendously illegal. You're blocking a fire exit. Oh my God, was that door completely locked? Was that door completely locked? Did they have to come and unlock it for them? Did you see?
I didn't see it. I just need people coming in, yeah.
Because that last lady was like pulling on it. And they can't do that. It's a fire hazard.
Yeah.
That has to be unlocked.
Yeah.
Thank you. UPS guys. Oh, good. Now we're going to leave it open. Oh, I can't block the way. So, tour bus only. So this is what you do now. You lock the doors and then pretend I'm going to notice. You know, I'm going to come back in a couple of hours just to see what's going on. Hell, I might have my friends come by every half an hour to see if that door opens. But you know what? Also, I'm going to, when I put the report in, I'm going to say you had the door locked at 3:05 p.m. So, wow, you'll probably get a fire marshal tomorrow. That's interesting. I swear to God, this isn't Los Angeles, people, or Florida. The cops here don't like you. There's no corruption towards you guys here. So, unless you're going to give $1 million to the next mayor, you guys should start following the rules here. So, contemplate that one. I do have enough friends that would probably come by here. I should get a hold of someone. I'm trying to think what club is open tonight and who's going to walk by it. Because some people who work at clubs get there a lot earlier because they have to do things like unstock or mark stock or whatever, or the lights or something like that. But that was just not funny. I'm a little miffed. Can you tell? What? Oh, okay. It took me a second. It was like, oh, I just need to think about that. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, August, I'm working, I'll get the name correctly. They're an offshoot of one of the circuses I used to do work for. And it's voluntary. But that's because of what they do. It's like burlesque pole dancing in the 20s. Oh my God, I've got to find an outfit since I'm going to be the first person they see. That's always our joke is I've got to be, I got the bob. See, let's go look at the bob. Thank you, Fuzz. Yeah, that, if they did that, I swear to God. So I've got the hair. So you've got the hair great. August, 3rd week, 2nd week in August. So I've got that. I'm trying to think of the jewelry now. I think I have the jewelry. I haven't been dressing up. God, forever. So it's like maybe I'll like do a short of me walking up or, you know, drop some shorts somewhere. That just sounded wrong. Of me like getting set up for it and stuff. But yeah, that's the funny part. It's like, it's volunteer. Do you know how many things you really do when you're in the scene and you know people and they like you and you're nice? You get to work a lot of volunteering. My joke is the only thing I charge is a bottle of water. So it's just, hey, that's the life, and that's how you have 300 friends on Facebook. But that's what volunteering is supposed to be about. Volunteering is supposed to be helping your artistic friends get money to keep the space because the landlord's thinking about raising the rent. And since they're artists, they eat a lot of ramen. Stuff like that. It's not, I want all this money so I can go buy an old building and not use it and then brainwash the people who are giving me their money because I want them to give me more. And then the people who volunteer here get their butts ground into the ground. I've never volunteered for something that I didn't know that my butt was going to be ground into the ground, like helping set up, say, a dome or something in the sun, you know, or just, you know, driven to Nutsville because it was so damn hard. Real volunteer mechanisms don't work that way. So, okay, I'm at an hour. One more time. Don't you want to be out of this building? Wouldn't you rather be with your friends, the people who care about you, the people who still care about you, even though they know that you're here, not doing anything to help society except for helping a little man make more money? You can do it if you want to. There are ways to look it up on the internet. You can go to the public library that's about 3 or 4 blocks away from here and go onto the computer there, wipe your history when you're done off the browser that you use, set up accounts that can be used as secondary accounts so you can have emails sent to you there so you can find out what things you may owe or not owe, or own or not own. Don't ever give them any more money. Don't ever give them property. They're not using it for you. He's saving it and using it as tax shelters elsewhere. Just remember that. This isn't basically about you at all. It's about the money. And that's all that really matters to this person is money. Which usually winds up backfiring really badly. But hey, let it backfire on him. You're not responsible for that when you leave. So have a good day, you guys. I'll be back to check in a couple of hours to see if that door's still unlocked, because it seems like it was locked earlier, both of them, and that is a straight up fire hazard. In San Francisco, do not take fire hazards lightly. So, because you should know by now, anybody who's lived here longer than a year usually knows, it's not the earthquake that killed us, it was the fire after the earthquake. So have a good day. I hope you made your numbers, but you obviously didn't because everybody's really grumpy right now. And hopefully you'll have something other than ramen. Good night. Oh, bye, no face. Don't be bratty. Yes, thank you. Oh God, yeah, Nora, I'll watch her on the way home. So hopefully I won't have to listen to any more essay. Can't do it. Can't do it. I can put it bluntly. I was traded for a Sizzler dinner 3 days a week for 5 years. Anyway, so Fire Marshal Fogg. Yes, Fire Marshal Fogg. Oh, I keep forgetting. I didn't mention moose. Moose. That's Fuzz's favorite thing. And the pyramid's mine. And one of these days, I'll take a Photoshop, or I'll do a picture and put a Photoshop of a squirrel and a moose on each side. Because that's what happens. I'm always looking out for moose. One of these days I'm going to come home and I'm going to have a ton of moose laying around. I know it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.